London is one of the world's great cities, maybe the greatest city, and our competitors are running hard to catch up with us.
We're a really important part of London's development. With the new mayor coming, EY wanted to get together leading thinkers, businessmen, local and central government politicians and really think about the issues that were going to be important.
I think the most important factors that help London sustain its position definitely include being connected to the rest of the world, proper airports, proper transport within the city, a rational immigration policy which people can reasonably, easily get through if they need to bring workers into the country.
London has a great set of labour skills, but actually employing people and all of the costs around that can be significant.
One of the things at the London Chamber that we've noticed is that it's quite often difficult to get infrastructure projects underway because of planning process and planning procedure.
Business people look for certainty before they invest, and London, or the UK, actually has a planning system which doesn't provide the certainty that investors are looking for.
80% of those surveyed felt that we lacked the quality of infrastructure and housing that a really world-class city ought to have.
The cost of living for people who want to move to London, it is a barrier, there's no question about that.
Our transport system is slow, our transport system is congested, and the other great world cities are investing in the infrastructure to have systems that are much better than ours.
There's a real demand for investment in infrastructure by overseas investors, and if you could tie in the housing issue with the infrastructure opportunity, I think that's a really good way of addressing it to meet the supply needs and the demand needs at the same time.
But now we're at that point where actually things are changing. There is another strand to investment in infrastructure, and that's connectivity. There is a need to be able to make devices, iPads, tablets, smartphones, and everything else that the modern individual and businesses are now using be able to be used to its premium and optimum, and that will happen through connectivity and capability and bandwidth.
But also that entrepreneurial spirit, the sense that London is a city where business is looked after and businesses are encouraged, not discouraged, from expanding.
London is the city where people can invest, they can invest with certainty, certainty about the political landscape, that the government is investing in transport and infrastructure and so on.
I think we have natural advantages for many companies, the time zones, the language, the skills, the native skills.
London is booming. By 2030 there'll be 10 million Londoners.
The model of the city will change around how people go to work, their sort of social lives, their general interaction.
We need more political independence and financial and fiscal independence for London if we're really going to make the progress that London deserves and Londoners deserve. London Tomorrow has sought to bring together the thoughts and wisdom of different sectors, and sectors that you don't necessarily come together that often. A cross-section, according to our research, really thinks that the need for that sort of investment in transport, in housing, in the whole infrastructure of the city is vitally important to keeping our status as a leading world city.